G'day guys, welcome back to another video. Michael here from Fat to Fit. I hope you guys have had an amazing week. I know I have. So, in getting straight into the topic of today's video, I wanted to talk about the trigger. Now, a lot of people who have started their weight loss journey know what I'm talking about when I say the trigger, the switch, whatever kind of motivation that gets you to start doing weight loss in the first place. That is what I'm talking about in today's video. So stay tuned. So when I say the trigger, what do I mean by that? Well, for those who haven't had a weight loss journey before, any kind of journey like that, like at all, what I mean by the trigger is that first event that gets you motivated to either losing weight, to gaining weight, to making a change in your life. That's what I'm referring to as the trigger. Some people call it a switch, some people call it internal motivation. It's just whatever you want to call it, I'm referring to it as the trigger. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about this was it's something that's actually quite difficult for people to find on their own and often just happens by chance, and it's something that comes up a lot and I get a lot of questions about it as well. What made you decide to lose weight? What made you start the weight loss? What was that trigger? And so I thought it would be a great topic to talk about. For me personally, God, these aeroplanes. The joys of living near an airport. So, back to it, my trigger in particular. A lot of people are actually quite shocked when I tell them that I don't really have a trigger. Well, I didn't have a trigger to start my main weight loss, the 55 kilos, the 120 pounds, whatever you want to call it. I didn't actually have a trigger. Normally it's some kind of life event, like somebody who gets very sick, like with a heart attack, or somebody who loses a loved one, or something like that. But for me, my trigger, I simply woke up one day. I was the age of 18. I just finished all my final exams in year 12. So for Americans, that's I think senior year. I'd finished all my exams. I'd gotten all my results. I had almost topped my class at my school, and I was just like, what do I do now? What do I want to achieve now? I was getting ready to start university the following year. I wanted to achieve something. I wanted to start something before I went back to school. And so I woke up, I remember waking up that day, and I stood up and I looked in the mirror and saw, I want to change me. I want to change how I look. I want to drop this weight. I want to make myself a better version of me. And I knew from that point on, that is what I wanted to change about myself. That is how I wanted to improve myself. And that was my trigger. Simply waking up one day and deciding that I wanted to lose the weight for me, not for anybody else, not because there was some life event, not because I had a heart attack, not because somebody close to me died, just because I woke up one day and I wanted to lose the weight. And I'm a very determined person. If you know from watching my videos, I'm very determined, and once I set my mind to something, that's it, I'm going to achieve it, and that's what I decided to achieve. And now look at me, 4 or 5 years later, I've dropped the weight and I'm putting on muscle, and I've got different goals to what I had back then, but that was my trigger moment. Now, because that was my trigger moment, does that necessarily mean it's going to be yours? No, every single person is different with their trigger. It can be anything and everything, from me just waking up one day to I know a couple of other YouTubers, for example, Obese to Beast, his trigger was watching a TV show about a tattoos and all this kind of stuff. So everybody has their own triggers. You need to decide what that is for you. Most of the time it's not something you can actually decide for yourself. It's something that just happens to you, which can be good and bad. Bad if it's something quite serious, like an illness or something, like, or losing a loved one. But it can be good for you as well, because it means you're going to change your life for the better. So people who ask me how to start losing weight, how to trigger the weight loss, how to motivate yourself to lose the weight. It's something I can't answer for you. I can give you the tools you need to help you lose the weight through my videos and through what I say. But to find that internal motivation, to find that trigger is something that's very personal and something you have to find for yourself, which sucks. I wish I could give everybody out there the trigger, like here's the trigger, start losing weight, but it's just not possible. Hopefully I can act like a bit of motivation for a lot of you guys out there and I can be part of your trigger, but in the end you're gonna have to find it for yourself, and I'm going to try to help you guys along the way. Keep watching and I will do my best to do that. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was just a little bit of a talk about that because I've been getting a few questions on it. If you did enjoy it, please give the video a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have anything you want to ask me, and I will catch you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.